Hello farmers and welcome back to Chambergo, just on the way back from the grain mill, bringing another, it was almost a full trailer, it was like 95% full of wheat. Been doing a little bit of the wheat harvest in between episodes, and we're just about done. Need to get back there, the combine is full, and Franco is waiting for us. Actually, I think it's Frank Jr. I think it was Franco when I started today, but I think now it's Frank Jr. They're waiting for us to get back so we can continue on with the harvest. Don't have a whole lot to do more here, but yeah, I've been harvesting for like the last 25 minutes from when we left off in last episode. So yeah, all the wheat's going to the grain mill, of course, and flour, bread, that whole thing. We are going to spread lime in this field and the field to our left. They require some lime for next season. We're going to do that in August before we move on to September. And boy, I did not approach that well at all. September is cutting the grass, so of course we're just cutting grass and making silage bales out of them. At least that's going to be the plan. Don't need no more grass bales for the sheep and goats. I think we got 5 more bales up there in storage. That should be good until next year. So the next 2 cuts, September, and also we'll do one in November. The grass won't be at its full height, but it will be harvestable. So both cuts I think we're going to make into silage bales and sell. I think I have made up my mind on spending the money next on buying field number 31. Is it 31? Please tell me it's 30. I said 25, right? Yes, 25. Field number 25 for $231,000. Yeah, I would like to buy the butterfly mower. If it comes up for sale, then, you know, plans may change. But I think getting the field is going to be more important first than getting the butterfly mower. Just another field, a crop, and make more money the next year, I think we'll do okay. I'm still in consideration of buying the other butterfly mower, the Samzy? Not sure how you pronounce that brand name. But yeah, it won't match the front mower, but it will be a lot cheaper than the other butterfly mower. It's going to be 3 meters wide less, but that's not, you know, it's not the worst thing that could happen, right? So, I don't know. But that's kind of my plan for now. Subject to change here in the next 30 seconds, as I tend to do here on Chambergo. I also want to fix the Voltra before we spread some lime. It's about 2/3 on the repair status, so it's not bad, but it's not great either. And we'll also probably top off with some fuel before we really get working today. It shouldn't take me too long to put the lime down these 2 fields. Going to leave the straw bales there for the time being. Lime will go right on through it, no problem. But I will need the extra horsepower because, yeah, you do lose horsepower when your tractor starts to wear down. I will want that at full strength for when I lease the mowers and start cutting those grass fields. And yeah, also we should be able to sell the goat's cheese next month, I think. I think the best time to sell it is October, but September might be a pretty good price. And that'll bring in about maybe $40,000 by the time we get to it. But this here will conclude our grain harvesting for the year. And yeah, next season, much more the same, just going to rotate the crops. Not that we need to, but I'd like to rotate the crops. I would really love to have that mod come back to FS25. It was in 22 and 19, the crop rotations mod. Yeah, and it would affect your yield. If you kept planting the same crop year in and year out in the same field, the yield would just get less and less and less. And no weather problems for harvesting this year. Weather's been very good in Chambergo. Alright, so now I'm just going to think a little bit of, because it's been a moment, where did I leave my grain, or so my header trailer? It must be still up there, I would assume. Oh yeah, I think I can see it. You can see it through the trees, well, the bush. A little bit of rubbing. Yeah, all the grain's going to fit in here, no problem. Actually, let's get back into the combine without running into the trailer. And Frank Jr. can just follow us up here. So, yeah, we do have 120,000, so another 110,000 is needed to buy field number 25. Although I would like to have a little more in the bank account when I buy it, so I don't, I'm not sitting at $0 when I do, because of course we'll need to soil sample it and spread lime on it and do all that fun stuff. Gonna snap on? Yes, you will. Thank you. Close that up and let's go tell Frank Jr. he can be done for the time being. Let's turn that off. Also, empty out the straw bale that's in there, because the next thing we'll be doing is grass bales. Actually, this I might as well bring right on down to the grass field. Yes. I'm trying to think if I needed to bring anything with it, and no, I do not. Wait, where's that road that goes? There's a road that goes down. Kind of forgot. There it is. I'll have 200 hours on this farm, and I will not remember the roads still. Every time I think I know the roads, within about 5 minutes, it's like, oh, wait a minute. I was supposed to turn right back there, and I didn't. This road goes below the road I want to get to, or above where I want to get to. Okay, just park that right there, and get into the combine. I'm pretty sure I did not leave the drawbar of the dolly, header dolly trailer like that, but that's fine. We'll give this stuff off a rinse and park it in the shed. Then I'll go bring the wheat to the grain mill. And then we can just spreading some lime. I was checking on the fields to see if they need any soil sampling, and they do not currently. I think next year, the two fields that we're going to spread lime in will require some soil sampling. Nice combine, but hopefully within about 3 years, although that may be a stretch, we might be able to upgrade the combine. The header width is fine for the amount of fields that we have. The combines is a little bit under horsepower for the header I chose for it. Uncle Walter knew what he was doing when he got the 6-meter wide header. But I was like, no, I need a 10-meter wide for what we're doing. Yeah, and it's just pushing the combine a little bit too much. I still think we're getting the work done a little bit, well, I shouldn't say a little bit, a decent amount of time faster than if I had the 6-meter wide. It does slow it down on some areas, as you know. But I think overall, get off the pressure washer, dude. We are getting the fields done a little bit faster than if I had the 6-meter wide. Alright, so the combine, with this setup, I park right into here. Alright, Voltra, where are you? There you are. Alright, I'm going to go bring this to the grain mill. You already know where that is. I'm going to dump the grain in. I'll meet you back at the farmyard where we're going to dump off the trailer, pick up the lime spreader. I'm going to fix the Voltra and probably even top it off with fuel. Well, that'll keep the grain mill busy at least until, I would say, early spring, with all 3 of those running. Alright, this trailer goes in here. At least that's where I've been putting it recently. No, didn't want to turn off the engine. Was just trying to hit the detach button. Yeah, I think I'm also getting low on fuel in here as well. I still got 626 liters. Not sure how many this is going to take. If I get out here, can I see? Oh, yeah. We still got, well, 300 liters left. Okay, about 260. It's not too bad. And now it's going to come over here. I think I was actually in the trigger for the repair. Alright, how much is the repair going to be? 45, 44. And yes, I am running a mod that reduces the repair cost. Wait, I don't think it's the repair cost that we got it reduced. I think I got how fast it wears down. Just by a little bit. Yeah, lime spreader. I see it. I was going to say, I do have one. Didn't know where it was, but now I see it. Looks like I got a good amount of lime in there to start off with. All right. So, the wheat and I think it was the oat field, kind of the two original fields. Time to put some lime down into them. And yeah, just got to dodge the straw bales in the meantime. Overall, it shouldn't be too bad. You know there's always going to be one or two bales that are going to be in the way. Oh, okay. Yep, we're fine. And again, that's the advantage of having the square baler as well. They don't stick up as high in the ground. Usually with a square baler, the header on a combine, when lifted up, can go over them. I'm not sure if this would go over the square bales, but it would probably just barely clear or just barely nick it, one or the other. Anyways, yeah, we shouldn't spend that much money on lime. I'm guessing maybe 10 grand. I don't think these two fields are going to require that much, so I still should have hopefully $100,000 in the bank account by the time we get done spreading lime on these two fields. I actually thought I was going to go through more lime than I have. We still got $111,000 in the bank account. That's even after spending some money on repairing the Breedle spreader. I had a second of being the moron that I usually am sometimes when I was spreading the field, and I looked down and I saw my repair status at halfway. I'm like, I did repair the tractor, right? Then I realized I still have not repaired the Breedle spreader that I bought used about a year ago. So I was like, yeah, let's go repair that, because that could, you know, I'm not sure if it would affect the way it spreads the lime. I know it would affect the working speed, but yeah, it's all fixed and we're good to go. And these two fields are good to go. And the good thing is I don't have to go top off with more lime. Not that it'd be too expensive, but it's just kind of nice not having the lime sit in the equipment for another year before I use it again. Now, I do have the realistic spreading on. So the further away you get from the spreader, the least amount it actually gets applied. So that's why when you look in the field, well, here it says good, but you're going to see spots. Well, it says perfect there. Do I got any spots where it says bad? No, I do not. If we go to here, actually we're already on the pH value, which is good. Yeah, you can kind of see we got some spots that are probably actually over spread with lime, and some are not. Where is that setting actually? I don't remember where that setting is. Settings, is that under game settings or additional settings? Precision farming, realistic spread pattern is turned on. If I turn that off, you can see spreaders do apply a different amount of fertilizer or lime on the outside compared to the inside. So I got that turned on. If I turn that off, I think I get more even spreading. Speed dependent application. Speeders apply more fertilizer or lime on the ground if you drive too slow. That's turned on as well. Trying to keep it, you know, as realistic as one can in a simulator. Also at the same time, while not keeping it to where it drags on for the job. If that makes sense. But anyways, we got the lime down. So I think I'm all set for August. Let's bring this back to the farm. We'll park it on up. We'll check the sale page just to see. Never hurts to check. Just browsing, sir. Just browsing is all you can say. And then we'll move on to September, where it'll be time to cut the grass field and bale up the grass bales. And you know the routine that we're going to be doing there. Do you want to spread this off? Yeah, probably want to get that lime off. Lime and dirt. It also occurred to me when I was spreading the lime, because being a powder and a spreader, I'm like, yeah, it's going to spread it kind of unevenly. Not far from where I live, there is a lime quarry, and they distribute and sell, well, I see it on the train cars all the time, lime slurry. And I was wondering if any farmers out there, do you ever spread lime in a slurry, or is it always in a powder? I'm not sure if that's a thing or not. Because if he could, why does my guy always grab the pressure washer? I gotta get far away from that thing. Yeah, so I don't know if you could put like lime slurry in like a sprayer like we have for the weeds, and that would distribute it more equally. This is not where you usually park it. Okay, but this is where I'm going with it, I guess. So it's going in here. I got plenty of shed space. It's not like, oh, you didn't put it in the right spot. Now what are you gonna do? Let's bring this up to the house. And we'll hit the snooze button. A long snooze. Because it's only 2:30 in the afternoon. We're going to be sleeping until 8 a.m. like we always do. Sale page. Ah, yes. I was hoping for this on New Hope. Maybe next time I play there, that will happen. So let's go ahead and go to bed. Sleep till 8. I think we're good. Should be good. And hopefully it's not raining first thing. And there are no items in the sale page. All right, so we are going to go down to the mowers, and we are going to lease the you-know-what. And put those on there. And lease it. Yes, please. Well, now we're down to 91,000, but that is the way it goes. I do need, actually, the front mower, so let's go pick that up. Then I'll head on down to the store and get the butterfly mower. So yeah, our next two jobs, if you will, for field work is cutting grass in September and then cutting grass again in November. Alright, front mower is attached. I'm going to head on down to the store and grab the butterfly mower. I'll meet you at the grass field and we'll get to it. One thing I noticed as I was leaving the store, I was like, my tractor looks like it's still wet. So I pressure washed it after we spread the lime, parked it up. Slept overnight, went from August to September, and there's still water on the tractor. So I guess that dissipates over real time, not in-game time. No big deal, but just something I noticed for the first time in FS25 since it got released last November. So you pretty much know the routine here by now. And then we will fold in or put down the belt so we get a nice little swath. Turn that on. Okay, turn on the baler. Make sure we got automatic drop turned on. Let's see. Yes, automatic drop is turned on. Also, I want to, is it Alt-X for resetting the baler? I think we are good. I hope I got enough bale net. I would assume so. I don't think I've bought any bale net since we had it, and I've only gone through 2 of the 3, so I think we should be fine. You want to get yourself one of the Franks driving behind you? That would be very good. And looks like we got Franco. Alright, and away we go. So, I mean, if all goes well, I mean, I should end up with 13 to about 14 bales when we get done. So we got 2 grass fields like always. So, of course, yep. Getting it baled up as we go, and then we'll come back around with a wrapper, wrap them up, and when August comes... August? We're going backwards in time. When October comes, they will be fermented and we can go ahead and sell them. When I get to the top of the hill here, I'm going to just have a quick look at our pricing for goat cheese. See how the price is doing early on in September. I was going to do that first, bring down the goat's milk and fabric. Sorry, the fabric. The wool's... the wool from the sheep on down to the production buildings. But since nothing was for sale, I was like, well, no rush to get on down there because I don't need the money right away. All right, let's see what we got here. Stock market wise, let's see, goat cheese, 1909, 1918, prices going down. Yeah, we got $44,000 of it right there. That's pretty darn good. That is very good. You can see fabric, if I sell it next year, well, right now we got $30,000. And we're up to $86,000 worth of bread sitting there. That we still got more months, so we're going to get more than $100,000 worth of bread to sell. Straw, we got $28,000, so winter should be pretty good. I mean, goat cheese we're going to be selling today, right after we get done wrapping up these bales. And I bring down the milk and the fabric. I wonder if I got any, I keep saying fabric, the milk and the wool. We might have some sheep. We got any sheep worth 1,000? We should have. Yes, we do. So I might sell them. Is my worker almost behind me? Almost. Come on, man. You can make it. That poor tractor. All my equipment I'm putting through the ringer, basically. The only one that's like, yeah, I can manage every job that we do is the Vultra. But man, I did pay for it. Still paying off that loan that we took out a couple years ago on it. Anywho, let's go ahead and finish up this grass cutting, and then wrap it on up, and then we can go take care of the milk, cheese, wool, and that might do it for the episode. We'll see.
to the beat, you know. Gotta move those, 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 gotta move those legs to the beat. Gotta move those, 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 gotta move those legs to the beat, you know. Gotta move those, 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 gotta move those legs to the beat. Gotta move those, 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 gotta move those. 'Cause the beat will set you free.
Things appear to be going great. We got our 14 bales like usual. 8 bales in the other field, so should have 6 of them here. I think I may have to go looking for one of them. I can see 5 of them right off, but I think one of them did roll on down into the bushes over there, if not down over the cliff and onto the other road. Yeah, we do got some grass swaths here, but one day those will get picked up either while we're mowing the grass again, or eventually when we get the square baler, that'll be better. The reason why it's missing it, because I think the baler that we're using, because it has a working speed at rather fast pace, by the time it realizes the baler is going to be full and it comes to a stop, it misses some, which I can live with that. I mean, it does bother me a bit that we got some grass swaths in the field, but again, the grass swath is not going to go anywhere. It's not going to decompose or anything, so not that big of a deal. Didn't want to drive over that, but alright, straighten that one up, but that's okay. As long as it doesn't roll anywhere. Alright, so 8 in the other field, there's 2, that's 10. That makes 12. This will be number 13. And number 14 is going to be in those... I saw it roll down there. It's down here somewhere. Did it go over? All for a missing bale. I don't see it there. Am I wrong? I mean, that wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, I'm not going to get that. No. Super strength is going to have to be done here. There we go. Found it. And I'll just carry it up here. We'll just drop it on in. Alright. Turn super strength off. Alright, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 in the other field. Yep, we are good. We can fold this up and bring it on back to the farm. And then time to go up to the sheep and goats. Load up the pallets that are up there. Bring those down to those productions and we'll sell the goat cheese. Alright, last 2 pallets to load up. Had about a row and a half of pallets. Not a whole lot of goat's milk. Mostly wool. But you can see what we have loaded up. And yeah, some of this was loaded up in last episode. Perfect. Didn't knock anything off. Yes, while we're here, we got some goats that we need to sell because they're worth 1,000. So out the door they go. These 5 right here. So that'll be a good $5,000. Well, less because I forgot about the transportation fee. So $250 less. So that's not too bad. But we're going to sell them anyways. And we will get either 5 more goats or 5 more sheep. Or 3 and 2 or 4 and 1. However it may come on up. Looks like the meadow grass has fully recovered. So by the time they get through this grass bale that's here, that meadow grass should last them a couple more months. And yeah, that grass bale should last about another month. Give or take. Alright, so on down to the productions next. Hitch on up to there. Beacons on. Let me just make sure everything is strapped in. There we go. So what do we got here? 9,400 liters of wool and 3,300 liters of goat's milk. Let's go get this delivered. And then, yeah, it's going to be a cheesy morning because that'll be after this. All the traffic coming off production lane, and I want to get on production lane. Okay, all the wool has been taken. How are we doing out here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pallets of fabric currently. We kind of knew that a little bit by looking at the stock market page, seeing how much we're going to get. I am going to auto-load the goat cheese, but first drop off the milk. We'll just have to drive around the building to grab it. First thing I need to do is lift up the pallet forks. I guess I should have lifted the pallet forks up at the sheep and goat pen, because on the way down here I knew I was not going to load it manually, and that would have left me a little bit more room to get around here, but that's fine. We can do it with it on, just gotta do a little bit of forward and backward over here. Yeah, I was going to use the map hider object mod to hide a couple of these fences over here, but as a few of you said, that could cause some problems. Speaking of problems, I think I just got my pallet fork stuck in the building. I may have to reset those. Oh, no. I think I got out of the building. We're fine. We're fine. Insurance will cover, I'm sure. And all this is going to the farmer's market. 23,000 liters of goat cheese. With all this cheese, maybe we should make some wine. It seems like that would go good together. Yeah, don't feel like doing grapes? No thanks. Alright, let's see what we get for a total here. 44,000 plus 5,000, so 49. Yeah, just shy of $50,000 for the goat cheese. That gets us up to 146,000, and next month we should have about $50,000, almost 60,000 after the environmental score on the silage bales. So yeah, we're going to be pushing about $170,000 in the bank account, which would be enough to buy the butterfly mower if I want to, but since I only got one more cut this year, I may just lease it, and I want to buy field number 25. That way we can plant in that next season and get another crop in. I think in that field there, I might plant sorghum, and I may bring the sorghum on down to the grain mill. And now I know I talked about we got plenty of flour to keep the bread going, but what we can do is after we get enough flour made into the bakery, I could to stop distributing the flour, and then I can sell the flour as is and earn money that way. So instead of planting like canola and just selling canola raw, I could plant sorghum and turn that into flour and sell that. Again, subject to change. October, this will need to be fertilized and get ready for November. So, yeah, we got a little work to do in October. And, yeah, next episode, guess what? I'll be right back in these grass fields, cutting them again, because I don't have any other field work to do other than take care of the grass fields. But anyways, that's what we're going to wrap it up for today. If you're still here, thumbs up button. You know where that is. Thumbs down button's there right next to it. And that subscribe notification bell so you don't miss out on more fun like this. But, yep, that's going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Chambergo. But until then, have a good one.